Hi there, welcome to the Keys to Success. And I'm going to be speaking from a lot of my own experience and the lessons that I've had from many mentors. Now, through this series, we're going to be talking about the step-by-step actions, basically in the order of what I have felt and seen and learned that is the most important things in order to really help you on the back end of things, on the character end of things, in the mindset set of things, to really help you have more and more success throughout your life. Now, the number one thing and the first thing I want to talk about is cleanliness. You ever heard the saying, cleanliness is next to godliness? I believe that is an absolutely true saying. There was many times in my life where I used to struggle. And every time I'm struggling, every time I'm trying to figure out what's going on, why are things not growing, why are things not booming, what's holding me back, the number one thing I want to take a look at is my environment. All right, is there a mess somewhere? There's a saying, and you'll hear it in the audio, the treasure map that I've put in the personal development area. All right, every mess in your life is another lock on the door to success. I want you to think about that for a minute. I challenge you to try to recall going to a very successful, wealthy person's house and seeing if it was a completely disorderly mess. Guaranteed it wasn't. In fact, I've been able to be privileged to hang out with many millionaires, many very successful people. All right? And I have never seen a mess. I've never seen it. It just doesn't happen. But I go to people that I'm, mentoring and coaching. I've seen some people's houses and, people who haven't made it yet, people who are just starting out. And guess what I always see? A pigsty. It's a mess. From everything, from their office to their car, to their fridge, to their cabinets, to their living room. There's clothes here, there's papers there. And guess what that's doing? See, where you live is really a manifestation, a representation of what's going on in your mind. Now, you might not want to hear this. You might be sitting around looking, and you feel a little bit convicted. Oh my gosh, I am I'm living in a pigsty right now. Well, guess what? Fix it. That's what you need to do. You know what's going to make you more money right now than watching a whole bunch of videos and thinking that, oh, I'm just going to keep watching these videos, I'm going to do it. No. What's going to help you right now is learning self-mastery and discipline and learning how to be meticulous and clean and tidy in every area of your life. And I can promise you right now, if you go and clean, in fact, watch this video and then go stop this series, turn off your computer, put on some music, and go clean your house. I promise you that is going to help you make more money than watching any more of these videos, because the first step you need to start with is being clean and tidy and orderly. So if you've got a giant pigsty and it's going to take you half a day, that half a day is going to make you a fortune. And you need to continue to be disciplined and clean and be meticulous every single day. And I promise you, if you take that time to clean your environment, it's going to help you focus more on the things that you want to do, because in your mind, if there's clutter in your place, it shows up in different areas of your life. And if you're too reluctant, and if you procrastinate to clean up, to put the dishes away, to sweep the floor when you saw a little bunch of dust, if you just can't put that cup away over there, if you can't put those clothes and those papers are still sitting on your desk, guess what else? Guess where else that's showing up in your life? Everywhere. It's showing up in your relationships. It's showing up in the way that you follow up with people. It's showing up in the way that you do business. It's showing up in everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Do you want to argue with that law? You can't. That's just the way it is. It's a universal law. You've heard it from me. I'm going to drop cliche saying after cliche saying because the ones that are true are true. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So I want to ask you, if your mess is all over the place, how is that showing up in your life? Now, yeah, maybe this might sound a little intense and maybe I'm coming across quite, stern. You don't want me to come over to your house and say, wow, you're living in a pigsty, but I've done that to a lot of people. And guess what? As soon as they start cleaning up, they start thinking better. They start feeling better. See, it's hard. It's very difficult when you're dealing with stressful situations to come home to a mess. You're working your butt off. You're doing everything that you can to make money. You're trying to hustle. You're trying to grind. I get it. You got meetings. You got meetings. You got to go to this. You got to go to that. You got to go to work. You got to get through traffic. But then you come home and it's like a freaking pigsty, and then what? It doesn't help. You don't feel relaxed. Listen, the reason you need to be clean and neat and orderly is so that you have a greater feeling of peace. From a feeling of peace, right, you can accomplish magnificently huge things. I don't know why I said magnificently huge. I was just trying to search for a word, but you can accomplish great things. All right? But if you are messy, it's showing up. It's showing up in so many areas of your life. So that's this first video. Go clean your place. If you're already clean, if you've already meticulous, I can guarantee you that you are further ahead than most people in life in a lot of areas. Your relationships are probably a lot better. You probably have more fun. You feel more relaxed. You probably have better health. There's so many things and benefits to being neat and orderly and clean and tidy. So step one, and everything here, by the way, is going to help you build up your person, your brand, your design, your lifestyle, everything. But until you learn how to be clean and neat and orderly, everything else is everything else is going to be so much harder for you than you realize. I promise you that. And if you're already doing okay or somewhat okay, and your place is still messy, clean it up. Watch, you're going to do great. It's a massive, massive game changer. So I'll leave you with that. Move on to the next video if you're already clean. If you are not clean, in fact, don't do anything else other than right now take the 10 minutes or the 10 hours, whatever it's going to take. If it takes you 10 hours and you were really a messy little piggy, weren't you? Right? So, but that's all right. You know, you can not be such a messy little piggy and go and clean your place. And then you can have nice, clean environment. And don't tell anybody if it took you 10 hours to clean it, please. You know what I mean? Just don't do that. Just kind of keep that to yourself, all right? But for everybody else, just go and clean your place right now. Dust your shelves. Why am I saying this? Because you need to do this on the daily, all right? It's going to help you. You need to focus on developing discipline and, again, self-mastery. And it starts with your environment. We're going to get into food. We're going to get into all sorts of health things. But whether you're a healthy person or unhealthy person, go clean up. All right. See you in the next video.